This on Sunday night.
Next, violent scenes at a party in Kenosha. Is it good police work or excessive force?
Plus, remembering the man from Shorewood who led the nation's highest court for nearly 2 decades. But first on Live at 10, breaking news. The Milwaukee area is about to play a major expanded role in the hurricane relief effort. Good evening, I'm Scott Friedman.
And I'm Kimberly Kane. Hundreds of hurricane evacuees will soon be making State Fair Park in West Dallas their temporary home. That word tonight from the governor's office. The evacuees will be housed in the dormitory at the Tommy G. Thompson Youth Center. More details will be made public tomorrow. Governor Doyle is scheduled to make an official announcement at State Fair Park. That's tomorrow afternoon, and today's TMJ4 will be there. Now, also tonight, there is some late word that as many as 600 to 800 evacuees will be arriving in Kenosha County starting tomorrow.
We're told that they're going to be housed at the Salvation Army's Camp Wonderland that's located in the town of Salem. That news comes as an unprecedented refugee crisis is unfolding across the country tonight as states rush to feed, clothe, and shelter more than 500,000 people displaced by Katrina.
Tens of thousands of people have been rescued from rooftops of their homes, but the Pentagon tonight says the hard part of their rescue work is just beginning. Crews are now going door to door by foot and by boat searching for survivors. This is a process that could take weeks, even months.
And there are the dead. No one knows just how many bodies will be found in flooded homes and under all the destruction there, but officials are becoming more convinced that number will be well into the thousands. In the words of one official today, we need to prepare the country for what's coming. Also tonight, the struggle to maintain order in the hurricane-ravaged region turns deadly. The pictures could be Baghdad or Beirut. Today, New Orleans looked and even sounded like a combat zone. Gunshots fired at a group of contractors, people trying to help the city fix one of the broken levees that brought destruction. Police responded, killing 5 or 6 of the shooters. On rooftops, the rescues continue day and night. The Coast Guard now saying it has saved more than 9,000 people. But there may be just as many, maybe even more, dead, trapped in homes that became watery graves.
Got to tell you, we have to prepare the country for what may be some very, very difficult pictures in the weeks to come.
The stress already weighing heavy on the city's police. There are reports of officers committing suicide. Others have refused to show up for work. But more troops have arrived, bringing order downtown. Residents still complaining it's all too late.
The city didn't plan for this, and they didn't have the supplies there for them.
Still, they wave as they're flown to safety, thankful to be lifted out of the horrors. The victims are now being spread to shelters across the country. Texas is starting to turn them away as Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio become overwhelmed. Also tonight, a civilian helicopter crashed in New Orleans. The chopper was contracted by the Army and was not on a rescue mission. Both crew members walked away with minor injuries. No word on why the chopper went down. One hurricane survivor, a local official in Louisiana, made an emotional plea for more help today. It came during this morning's broadcast of Meet the Press on NBC.
The guy who runs this building I'm in, emergency management, he's responsible for everything. His mother was trapped in St. Bernard nursing home, and every day she called him and said, "Are you coming, son? Is somebody coming?" And he said, "Yeah, Mama, somebody's coming to get you. Somebody's coming to get you on Tuesday. Somebody's coming to get you on Wednesday. Somebody's coming to get you on Thursday. Somebody's coming to get you on Friday." And she drowned it Friday night. She drowned it Friday night. Nobody's coming to get us. Nobody's coming to get it. The secretary has promised. Everybody's promised. They've had press conferences. I'm sick of the press conferences. For God's sakes, shut up and send us somebody.
Aaron Broussard says the residents of his community feel like they've been abandoned by their own country.
Milwaukee firefighters are answering the call for help. A volunteer crew left Milwaukee this afternoon for Atlanta and then deployment to the Gulf Coast. Our team coverage continues now with Sylvia Acevedo.
They're under a lot of pressure down there. So
we're going down to help them.
Mike Monzel of the Milwaukee Fire Department is one of many who offered to help in areas ravaged by Hurricane Katrina.
We don't know where we're going. We don't know what we're going to do when we get there. We don't know what kind of hours we're going to work, what conditions we're going to work under.
How old are you, Brendan? 5. But he does know what he's leaving behind.
Well, I'm not going to see these guys for 30 days. So I'm going to miss them.
The first round of volunteers got just an hour's notice to get downtown to get supplies. The 12 Milwaukee firefighters that are going to be going into the affected area will be there for at least 30 days. So they're being urged to fill their backpack with as much as they can: mosquito repellent, batteries and flashlights, proper attire, and of course, snacks.
That these tasks are going to be arduous, that in this region they're going to be asked to live basically off of the clothes on their back.
And in an environment where some rescue crews are being fired upon.
I would be lying if I said I didn't have concern, but in reality, I believe God will protect me.
With that faith, they head to Mitchell.
Present arms.
And an honor guard send-off into at least a month of service. In Milwaukee, I'm Sylvia Acevedo, today's TMJ4.
120 Milwaukee firefighters volunteered to help. 20 were approved, and FEMA may call up more of them to service.
Some of the people who fled the devastation on the Gulf Coast have already come to Wisconsin for help, and they're finding it at the American Red Cross headquarters in Milwaukee. This woman left her home a week ago today for Hattiesburg, Mississippi. She rode out the hurricane there before coming to her sister's house.
I just came on my own to my sister's. I didn't know where else to go. All I had was the clothes on my back, and I thought I was going to be home in 48 hours, so I didn't even put anything in the car, really. I left the family pet behind.
Anyone from the hurricane-ravaged region who needs help in the Milwaukee area is urged to make an appointment with the Red Cross. The number to call, 1-800-236-8680.
A breaking news update now. Funeral arrangements have now been released for Chief Justice William Rehnquist, who died last night at his home in Virginia. His body will lie in repose in the Great Hall of the Supreme Court on Tuesday and on Wednesday. Burial will take place on Wednesday at Arlington National Cemetery. For now, the nation is paying tribute to the man who went from Shorewood to the Supreme Court.
His career on the high court spanned 7 presidents, from Richard Nixon to George W. Bush. Along the way, William Rehnquist went from being the conservative Lone Ranger on a liberal court to a Chief Justice able to put his own stamp on things.
I think I have had some say as to the development of constitutional law. And I'm naturally pleased that I have.
During his 33 years on the bench, 19 as Chief Justice, longer than anyone else in more than a century, he became the architect of a legal approach that pushed the court to the right. The Rehnquist court shifted more power to the states at the expense of Congress, made it harder to sue for some forms of discrimination, and loosened restrictions on use of tax money by religious schools. But for most Americans, he will be remembered as the justice who presided over the unsuccessful impeachment of Bill Clinton.
Our work as a court of impeachment is now done.
And later,
We'll hear argument now in number 00949, George W. Bush and Richard Cheney versus Albert Gore et al.
Rehnquist was one of 5 on the high court whose vote helped put George W. Bush in the White House. As a man, he was much more than his public self, someone of high intellect with a dry, quick wit.
My apologies to C-SPAN. I'm sure that this isn't exactly what you expected when you decided to cover my speech.
William Rehnquist helped make the U.S. Supreme Court a wiser place, and did it as one of the most powerful yet least noticed men in Washington.
And to get back to hear
Rehnquist graduated in 1942 from Shorewood High School, where he was copy editor of the school newspaper. He last returned to Shorewood in 2002 to receive the school's first Tradition of Excellence Award. But a local historian says Rehnquist made many other quiet visits for his school reunions.
Many times, unannounced, his class would never say he was coming to town. He just came in quietly and went to the reunion and stayed with former classmates.
Rehnquist was a sports fan, and he stuck to his Wisconsin roots, remaining a lifelong fan of the Green Bay Packers and Wisconsin Badgers football teams. Governor Doyle has ordered that all state buildings lower their flags in honor of William Rehnquist.
New at 10, trouble at a punk rock music festival in Kenosha. It began when police were called in to break up the festivities. And as Jody Ambrose reports, some of the performers claim officers used excessive force.
This home video shows a Kenosha police officer grabbing this drummer's arms and pulling them behind his back. Then the officer puts the drummer in a chokehold. Finally, police take the man to the ground. Kai Waibima is the man in the video. He says the officer used even more force. The video doesn't show.
How did you get the cut on your eye?
Cat punched me, left uppercut when he had me in a headlock.
Now, Waibima has a cut on his eye and scrapes on his body. Waibima is one of 11 people arrested at the punk rock picnic yesterday. Waibima kept playing his drums after officers told the band to quit and ordered everyone out. Some witnesses say police used too much force.
Police, they started pushing me and not like, helping me along. They really pushed me in.
We went to the Kenosha Police Department with these concerns, but right now, no one here is making any comment. We have learned officers were responding to noise complaints when a fight broke out. Waibima says the officers should have handled the situation differently.
Yeah, they're choking me. I couldn't talk. I wasn't resisting.
Waibima is sore and determined. He plans on filing a complaint against the Kenosha police. In Kenosha County, Jody Ambrose, today's TMJ4.
Pleasant Prairie Police and the Kenosha Sheriff's Department also responded to the disturbance at the punk rock picnic. The Kenosha Police plan to release more information about the incident tomorrow.
A lot of people have outdoor plans for the Labor Day holiday. Let's head on over to the Weather Center and Jim Ott. Jim, continuing the theme of this holiday, Mother Nature working hard to make this a nice one for us?
I'll tell you, ideal temperatures around the area today, Kimberly. These are highs reported by our observers. 77 degrees according to Ken and Sheboygan. Pewaukee up to 80 degrees. Brenton, Watertown getting up to a high of 82. You can see it was a little bit warmer away from Lake Michigan, but all in all, wherever you were in southeastern Wisconsin, pretty comfortable this afternoon. And we're expecting more of the same for your Labor Day, down to the upper 50s to lower 60s by 7 a.m. But by the noon hour, upper 70s at the lake, already in the low 80s inland. It's going to be a little warmer tomorrow than it was today. So for the last big holiday weekend of the summer, some real summertime weather. I'll have the details coming up shortly.
All right, Jim, thanks. We'll see you in a bit. Well, a new phase in the hurricane rescue efforts.
Coming up, boatloads of abandoned pets now being pulled from disastrous conditions.
Plus, mementos from Stoughton. Personal items blown dozens of miles by the tornado are now ready to go home.
And later on Sunday night, a new school year has begun with new challenges for MPS. Superintendent William Andrikopoulos is Mike Goucher's guest.
To get more children to be prepared for the next year.
Other stations cover the news.
Today's TMJ4 Breaks News.
Trust the breaking news leader to keep you ahead of the pack.
Trust today's TMJ4.
Rankin Son is having an inventory reduction sale, and that means saving thousands on all remaining Buick, Pontiacs, and GMC trucks. You always rank #1 with Rankin Son.
It's American's Labor Day electronics sale, and that means all LCD and tube TVs are on sale. It means savings of up to $500 on plasmas. It means 2 years, 0 interest on many HD TVs. Save up to $500 on complete TV with surround sound systems. Save up to $300 on speaker packages. Huge notebook savings. Save up to $350 on computer packages. Even free photo printers with digital cameras. Now that's the Labor Day electronics sale, now at American.
We believe it to be a first for Milwaukee. A first-rate residential golf community. Opulent design in a resort setting. The fun. The club at Brookfield Hills. One good reason after another. Now's the time to be the first to live here. Enjoy resort living every day at the pinnacle of apartment resorts. Stop by or call for your private tour. The club at Brookfield Hills.
It's the Mills Fleet Farm 50th anniversary celebration, and we're giving away over $200,000 in gift cards. Register to win when you come in for great 50th anniversary sale prices on Lee jeans. Mills Fleet Farm has fashionable Lee jeans in sizes and styles for everyone. And right now you can get Mrs. Lee jeans as low as $24.99. Great looking Mrs. Casual pants are as low as $21.99. Since 1955.
Help is here.
Mills Fleet Farm.
Looks like the Chrysler Group has done it again. They have their most award-winning and freshest lineup ever. They have 12 vehicles with 5-star frontal crash test ratings. And their vehicles are projected to retain their value better than GM or Ford. You know what's missing?
A great deal.
Get Employee Pricing Plus on remaining 2005 Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge models.
It's like you always used to say, Grandpa. If you can find a better car, buy it.
That's my girl.
Live from today's TMJ4, a breaking news update. Katrina's fury.
It looks like a scene you'd most likely see overseas, but this video was taken today in Biloxi, Mississippi, where a Navy hovercraft came ashore. It brought relief supplies, trucks, and heavy lifting equipment.
And also in Biloxi on this Sunday, victims consoled one another as they gathered for an outdoor church service. They gathered in front of steel beams, about the only thing left standing of their 156-year-old church.
The rescue effort on the Gulf Coast now includes stranded pets. Take a look at this video. This man and his dog were airlifted to safety earlier today in New Orleans. Dogs and cats are all being transported to safety as workers scour the area for survivors. Animal control agencies have received thousands of requests from people who are asking them to help locate and rescue trapped pets.
Well, it was last month that a tornado tore through Stoughton, Wisconsin. The powerful storm blew personal mementos as far east as the Milwaukee area. Well, now those items have been returned, some of them at least, and they're available for Stoughton residents to sift through and claim. They include items like pictures, stuffed animals, clothes, even those lamps you see there.
People, their expressions on their face when they find a picture of their grandchildren or a blanket that belongs to, that their mother or grandmother had made.
One woman even found her wedding pictures, and fortunately just in time, she'll be celebrating her anniversary this week. And it's amazing, you know, the way those homes were ripped down, but so many of those items inside, like they were never touched.
They look like they're in great shape.
I'll tell you what, it's interesting as we watch those tragic scenes coming out of New Orleans. You know, I'm sure for the people down there, it seems like it's been an eternity. Just a week ago tonight, that hurricane was approaching
Was
the
it that
coast.
recently? Wow.
I'll tell you though, long difficult
week.
Uphill road still ahead. Around here, the weather was great today, and a great day for a kickball tournament as folks continue to pitch in and try to help out with the difficult situation in the South. This is a tournament that was held at Wilson Park today to raise money for the Greater Milwaukee chapter of the American Red Cross, and every bit helps, no doubt about that. Let's take a live look. Well, we're not going to take a live look over downtown Milwaukee, but if we did, it would show a mostly clear sky out there tonight and very comfortable temperatures as well. There it is, 69 degrees at Discovery World. The wind is calm and skies again mostly clear. That dew point a little higher close to the lake at 63 right now. Let's take a look at the high temperatures around the state today and some ideal numbers statewide. The official high in Milwaukee at 76 degrees. Again, a little warmer as you get inland. Madison hitting 80 degrees, and anyone enjoying the weekend in northern Wisconsin, not bad at all. Rhinelander and Stevens Point both hitting 79 degrees, and the dew points around the state comfortable as well. Most areas in the 50s. We've got a few lower 60s dew points showing up in southern Wisconsin, 62 at Milwaukee, 63 at La Crosse. You keep that number below 60 and the air feels dry and comfortable. Temperatures around the country, a little bit warmer to the south, but not uncomfortably so. Atlanta, 85 degrees. Memphis up to 88. Dallas, hot at 95 degrees. And the southwest, the hot spot, Phoenix at 102 degrees. And as we go back to this morning, you can see the remains of a complex of thunderstorms that moved along the Mississippi River, pushed into northwestern Illinois. We had some of the cloudiness around here, had a few sprinkles early this morning, but that activity pretty much dissipating right now. Just a few clouds left over. What we have on the map tonight, way out to the northwest, is a cool front, and that front will be gradually approaching over the next couple of days. But ahead of the front, kind of a southerly wind flow developing, and we're going to stay on the warm side around here right into Tuesday and Wednesday. And future forecasts, taking a look at the clouds and precipitation, we start out at 10 o'clock tonight. Just a few high thin clouds around tonight, maybe a little patchy fog in the morning. That will quickly burn off. High thin clouds around for Labor Day. Future forecast tries to develop a few showers. I don't think that's going to happen. Our weather stays dry through tomorrow night. And here you start to see the effects of the approaching cool front. This is Tuesday morning. That front takes its time moving across the state. Scattered showers and thunderstorms getting a little bit closer to us by Tuesday afternoon, but probably staying away till sometime later on Tuesday night. High temperatures tomorrow, a little warmer than today, about 78 at Howard's Grove, 84 at West Bend, well into the 80s away from Lake Michigan. And as we check out the southern part of our viewing area, more of the same, up to about 85 in Waukesha, 85 Walworth, Down at Chicago, the high temperature 85 degrees. For tonight, mostly clear skies. May see a little patchy fog by morning. Low 62 in the city, 56 in the countryside. Labor Day looking good, mostly sunny and warmer. 75 at the lake, 85 degrees inland. And Tuesday, sunny to partly cloudy and warm. High temperatures again in the mid-80s, turning a little cooler near the lake. Here's that Storm Team 7-day planner with the front approaching Tuesday night and into Wednesday. May see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Then it gets a little bit cooler for Thursday and Friday. Maybe another front approaching by next weekend. And when the kids head out to play tomorrow, Kyle Robert, age 2, dressed for temperatures averaging right around 60 at 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. It's that time of year again. Lots of kids going back to school, although tomorrow they do have the day off.
Day off, that's right. One more to enjoy.
Well, just ahead in sports, could the Brewers get a series split with the Padres?
But up next in Packers Extra, how does Grady Jackson feel about losing his tag team partner, Cletus Hunt? Eric Weber has the answer up next.
The Storm Team forecast. Proven to be the most accurate forecast in southeastern Wisconsin by Weather Rate, an independent forecast accuracy rating service.
Weather Kids, brought to you by New Berlin Heating, a Carrier factory authorized dealer, the industry's best.
When you investigate a story, you can help the innocent, victimized by the crooked, the powerful. You can expose the bad guys, and you have a chance to discover the truth. That's what you trust us to do every day.
As the blistering days of summer take their leave, an event comes along so legendary it can't be missed. The Toyota Time Clearance Event. Get 0.9% financing for 36 months or up to $2,500 cash on Tundra. Or 0% financing for up to 48 months or up to $2,000 cash on 4Runner. And be sure to check out Motor Trend's 2005 Truck of the Year, Tacoma. Catch this event now. When it comes to deals like these, everyone wins. That's moving you forward.
We look all right?
Well, I take pain medicine for my arthritis.
She takes it every day.
I didn't know it could put me at risk for stomach ulcers.
She didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know either.
If you take certain pain medications on a continuous basis and you're 60 or over, you may be at risk for a stomach ulcer.
I didn't want to give up my pain medicine, so my doctor...
Dr. Wagner is a very smart man.
...prescribed Nexium.
To take with her pain medicine.
For people at risk, one prescription Nexium pill a day can help reduce the chance of a stomach ulcer caused by certain pain medications.
My doctor did say that headaches, diarrhea,
and abdominal pain
could be side effects of Nexium.
Talk to your doctor and find out if Nexium, the purple pill, is right for you. For a free trial offer, call 1-800-79-NEXIUM or visit us online.
Now she doesn't worry so much about ulcers. It's nice.
If you're without prescription coverage and can't afford your medications, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Some people think if you have a really bad headache, you should take extra medicine. Problem is, that's not going to get rid of your headache faster. And taking too much of any medication, no matter how safe it is, can cause serious problems. Your health is important to us, so if you're not going to take the recommended dose of our medicine, I'd rather you just didn't take it. And if that means selling less Tylenol, that's fine with me.
Today's TMJ4, Packers Extra.
Well, the Pack will begin their preps for the Lions tomorrow night as the 05 season kicks off 1 week from today in the Motor City. And we still have to settle who will be the Pack starting guards and who the heck will play next to Grady Jackson. Cletus Hunt was sent packing yesterday by GM Ted Thompson. That means there's a good chance Corey Williams will be the guy who lines up next to G-Jack at D-Tack. Jackson will miss his tag team partner, but thinks the move could motivate Cletus to finally get focused on becoming a consistent force on the football field.
It's kind of strange, you know, with Cletus, but, you know, I wish Cletus the best, and hopefully, you know, he'll be picked up by someone, and, you know, maybe it's going to be a turn for him to motivate him, you know, to be the player that they want him to be. I think he might do it elsewhere.
Well, Grady and a number of other Packer players raised nearly $16,000 for Hurricane Katrina relief today in Green Bay. It's a cause that hits close to home for Javon Walker, who lost an uncle in the storm.
Anything that we can do to get help down there, my family's down there and they have people, moving in and whatnot. So me to come out here and help raise as much is going to do a lot. It was good that everybody's helping out. I have family members who are moving in with other family members. Some family member that passed away, so they're dealing with that. But, me being here is like helping out for them.
Well, Barry and the boys begin preps for Temple tomorrow. Not sure what the line is on that contest yet, but I'm thinking Wisconsin minus 51, maybe 71. Let's have the beatdown alert ready to roll. One thing is certain, John Stockwell had best learn to get down by next Saturday. The Badger signal caller got jacked up after scrambling for a first down yesterday against Bowling Green. King Barry wondering where the heck the flag was.
That was a prime example of an illegal play. For a player to get hit with the helmet unprotected like that, that's a penalty. John needs to learn how to go down. He needs to slide, not take a hit.
Coach says you got to learn how to slide a little bit more.
Yeah, probably should have slid on that one. Nice water boy reference there. Looks like former Badger Matt Catullus found a home in the NFL. He survived the Ravens' final cuts yesterday. That was pretty sweet there. Appears to have locked up a role of long snapper for the Ravens. Catullus signed with Baltimore as a free agent last April after getting passed on in the draft. Voss Tech and NC State. Mike Vick with the modified Cabbage Patch rolling tonight. His bro Marcus at the helm for the Hokies, and Marcus plays a lot like Michael, rolls out and fires the 19-yard scoring strike to David Clowney. Tech puts a leash on the Wolfpack, 20-16. Now coming up, the Brewers wrap up their series with the Pods, but going to the break, someone needs to find the off switch for the sprinklers down in Houston. The Cardinals bullpen got a serious soaking, and something tells me one of the Astros turned the things on. Stay dry. The rest of the day in sports is next.
Bring on the fire department.
He has high hopes for Milwaukee's kids, but he also faces big challenges. Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent Bill Andrikopoulos on Sunday night.
10 years, 100,000 miles. That's the warranty you get on new Heiser Fords, Lincolns, Mercurys, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. Heiser, home of the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Announcing the return of the Cousin Subs Chicken Cheddar Deluxe. The only question is, where do you bite first? The Chicken Cheddar Deluxe, for a limited time. Better bread, better subs. Cousin Subs.
Fill your home with design and innovation, like the new Whirlpool Fast Fill Refrigerator. Designed to fill any size container with filtered chilled water twice as fast. At Best Buy, we have the appliances you want.
Your response has been incredible.
More than $1 million for Hurricane Katrina relief.
If you'd still like to help, contact the Red Cross. From all of us at today's TMJ4 and News Radio 620 WTMJ, thank you.
The Russells trust American Family to ensure their home.
Home is family to me. I like for the kids to be there. I like for Robert to be there.
My home means to me, we have a place in our community.
Our home holds a lot of memories.
The boys grew up at this house. It means a lot to us. He's got me by that much. We've been with American Family for almost 20 years.
And that means security.
Is your home properly covered? Call American Family.
American Family Insurance.
Get the bottom line now during Nissan's model year-end clearance. The bottom line on America's most exciting full line, including Nissan Xterra, Titan, and Z. Plus a $199 a month lease for 24 months on the stylish and powerful Nissan Altima. See your Nissan dealer now. Clearance time happens once a year. And that's the bottom line.
Series finale between the Brewers and Padres this afternoon out at Miller Park. It was also the finale of the Crew's 12-game homestand, longest set of home cooking this season. They finished the thing at 6 up and 6 down. Let's go top three. No score, no longer. Ex-Brewer Mark Loretta slaps Crew starter Doug Davis to right. That plates Miguel Olivo 1-zip Pods, and we have a dent in the dome alert. Bottom of the next frame. Olivo trying to send the ball back to his pitcher, drills Russell Brandon in the head with the thing. Truly bizarre. Crew tie the game up in the 6th. Billy Hall flat out pounds a ball over the head of Damian Jackson. Jeff Jenkins on first. He's going to score eventually, sometime in the near future. Barely beats the throw, but Pitches even at ones. The Crew would add another run to go up 2-1, but back comes Diego in the 8th, and Jenkins still scoring. Loretta sends a ball to center, plates EY. Eric Young ties the game at 2s. We stayed there until the bottom of the 9th. Brady Clark at the plate, Corey Hart at 3rd.
Here it is, squeezes on, it's a beauty, and the Brewers win.
The squeeze works for the win. Padres pitcher Akanori Atsuka, hope I got that right, bangs his head on the ground, but he would get up to see the Crew get the 3-2 victory in the split of the series.
Every game that we play from here on out is going to be a huge game. Every game that we play from here on out is a 2-game split on our record, and every game is big.
Oh, the Nextel Cup rigs rolled into Tinseltown for tonight's Sony HD 500. If you're watching me in high def, please forgive my makeup job tonight. It's a little sloppy. Matt Kenseth locked in a battle with Jeff Gordon for the 10th and final spot in the race for the chase. The 17 rig made a move, and Cali ran at the front of the pack for a portion of the race, but got passed by Kyle Busch for the lead on lap 209. And the 20-year-old would not give it back up. Kurtz Bro becomes the youngest ever winner in Cup Series history. Kenseth finishes 7th. Motors on up to 9th in the points race. Junior's officially out of the race as a blown engine ends his night early. It was Williams v. Williams at the U.S. Open, and for a second straight time, Big Sis whacked her little sis. Venus outslugged Serena in straight sets 7-6, 6-2 to advance to the quarters. Maria Sharapova also moves on. On the men's side, Roger Federer. That's a big scream there, Serena, or is that Venus? That's Venus. Leighton Hewitt, they're also into the round of 16. Third round of the Deutsche Bank Championship for a second straight day. Eldrick struggled, misses the long eagle putt on 18, would go on to a 1/72. He's 7 shots back of a whole mess of guys who are tied for the lead at 10 under.
Played it back, Reyna slides through, Beasley shot, go, Beasley!
DeMarcus Beasley ran around like a loon after scoring for the U.S. last night as they took down Mexico 2-0 to advance to the World Cup. 5th straight Cup appearance for America. We have a temper tantrum alert back to the Flushing Meadows, where Nicole Vezesadova was a bit irate, fires the racket, which is nothing too shocking, but watch out, it got uglier. Bottle of thirst quencher goes there. A horrific display of refreshment abuse. And the racket again. That does it for sports. Your daybreak forecast up next.
At Midwest Airlines, we're always trying to make your experience better. What will we think of next? It's what care means.
Since we introduced the Ford Family Plan, hundreds of thousands of Americans have joined in on the savings. Now we're extending the plan until September 6th. Get the same low prices Ford employees pay for America's most popular line of SUVs. Family pricing on Ford Explorer, America's best-selling, most trusted SUV. Now get a Ford Explorer 4x4 for just $24,739. That's over $8,100 in savings on America's most trusted SUV. No hassles, no gimmicks. Visit your local Ford store today.
Steinhafels is kicking off Labor Day with amazing early bird specials.
Get this Lazy Boy rocker recliner for an impossible price of $139.
A solid oak country-style queen bed for an unbelievable $8.99.
Get a free Tempur-Pedic travel pillow with the purchase of a Sealy Posturepedic or Simmons Beauty Rest mattress set.
This French country storage bench, a complete steal for $2.99.
Put no money down and pay no interest for 2 full years. No minimums, no kidding.
Early bird specials starting at 9 a.m. Only at Steinhafels. Relax.
Hey, Mr. Opportunity again. If you're one of those people who likes to have choices, then you are going to love my next 2 words, Honda Clearance. Because it's your opportunity to pick the Accord, Civic, Odyssey, or any other Honda you want for a deal that's very nice. Come on, Honda Plus Clearance? Do I have to draw you a picture? You get it? The 2005 Honda Clearance. Now you can lease a Honda Ridgeline for $299 a month for well-qualified customers. I'm Mr. Opportunity. I'm back. And I'm still knocking.
At Midwest Airlines, we're always trying to make your experience better. What will we think of next? It's what care means.
And there's your Labor Day weather forecast. Looking good. Temperatures upper 50s to lower 60s at 7 a.m. By noon, upper 70s at the lake. Inland areas enjoying 80s throughout the afternoon. A real nice touch of summer in the air, even as September moves along.
Yeah, for the official end of the summer. A perfect way to do it. Thanks, Jim.
And football season's here 1 week from tonight.
1 week from today, Lions, Packers in Detroit. And of course, as long as Joey Harrington is the quarterback of the Lions, the Packers will beat the Lions.
Wow.
Pretty simple there.
We need some good news. All right. Thanks for joining us tonight.
We'd say goodnight, but it's almost morning. So good morning, I guess. Thanks for joining us.